Welcome back to Harrah's here in the fight capital of the country, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Ben Davis alongside Wade Plem. Another victory for Philly Smoke, now 5-0 on the season, dethroning the number one ranked Miami Assassins. Tonight was cinema, Wade.
Yeah, listen, it feels like every time Philly stacks up against either a former league champion or the newcomer that looks like it's going to be the next league champion, Philly Smoke continues to show everyone they're still the big dog on the block. Last time we were here, it was the New York Attitude that got their attitude adjusted. This time, the Miami Assassins were strangled by the Philadelphia Smoke and mirrors that they brought in. This was a dominant performance. It was, maybe waning in the mid parts of the fight night, but for the most part, the firepower is all with the Philly Smoke. From the men's and women's side, they just don't have a weak link.
Smoke kicked off the evening with a knockout and then followed it up with a performance that included, I believe, 1 or 2 knockdowns. Yeah. A huge leader right off the rip. The momentum did swing back to Miami as those first 8 launch rounds continued. Did you sense that there was a possibility that Philly Smoke was out of gas?
Well, listen, this is 2 undefeated teams matching up, so you have to think there's going to be ebbs and flows, right? Everybody goes on a run in any kind of sport that you play. If you're playing a good team, they may not have their best night, but they're going to go on a run. And so that kind of happened in the middle of the fight. But Philly being the juggernaut that it is, I mean, we're talking they're here and then there's just everybody else right now. They found ways, even in close rounds, to get knockdowns, to get knockouts, and turn the tide of this fight and then held on to it for the rest of the night.
Talking about knockouts, one of the big deliverers for Philly Smoke tonight was, to no one's surprise, Stasia Suttles. Just another brilliant TKO from her. Feels like she's having some resistance upstairs, some durability, heads downstairs, and crushes Sofia Veretti.
She is so good. She's probably the best boxer on this team, and I'm not even trying to single people out, but I've had my eye on her for, it feels like a couple of years now, working in other promotions, and I know TBL is what she's doing right now. I don't think this is be the last place that she'll go. She's representing Philly. She lives here in Philly, but that girl could take over the world. Every time I watch her, I'm very impressed with her performance. She fights like she has something to prove and wants to knock everyone out.
And when she does go and capture those big world titles, she'll of course bring them back to Philly.
Bring them right back here.
The TBL.
Bring them right back here.
This is the backyard, the cream capital of the country. Now I do want to take it to the end of the evening, sure. 20-14, and new number one contender right in this TBL season. What type of a message do you think these other teams are going to ingest from tonight's performance?
I mean, they're going to see the standings tomorrow when they wake up and go, can anyone beat Philly? The answer is no right now. But this was supposed to be the matchup of the juggernauts, the preview for the Mega Brawl, and it was just a wipeout. This was a 20-14 victory. This wasn't a close night of fighting at all. And so you have to ask yourself, if you're the rest of the league, is there a weak point in this Philly team? And right now, I'm not seeing it. Even some of their debut people tonight were having success. Henry Cedeno, I've called a lot of his fights outside of the TBL. I was shocked. I was like, oh my God, this guy's on Philly's team as well. And it was just fight after fight, all-star after all-star. They just don't have a weak spot. So if you're the rest of the league, the message is, you're screwed.
It does seem like Philly Smoke is becoming the Grim Reaper, if they aren't already. Now number one, 5-0 on the season. Yep. And one thing that Miami Assassins captain Giovanni Estella really harped on before tonight's action was, well, look, we've got so many number one ranked fighters inside these weight classes, top 5 guys, pound for pound guys. It seemed like none of that mattered. Yeah. All of the paper rejected. When it came to fighting, you just can't out-heart the Philadelphia crew.
No, they're well put together. I think also the way they put together their lineups is super well done as well. So shout out to Philly's head coach, but it just seems like they're in a routine. Last time we were here, they kind of needed a bit of a push to get into that New York fight. Tonight they came out hot and then, in the middle part kind of waned, but then brought it right back. I just think they're firing on all cylinders right now. They're 5-0 for a reason. They're the best team in the league. It makes sense.
Any final thoughts on tonight's action?
We got final thoughts. Philadelphia Smoke got the best fighters in the world. You hear me? I'm here with the Philadelphia Smoke cats, the Philadelphia crew. And we did it tonight, boys. We 5-0. We got the best team in the league. We got the number one team in the league.
Facts.
And I predicted that the launch rounds will be our best rounds. Did I predict it? I said predicted when we come it. And Lisa Constrados, what she do? Came out and knocked somebody out the first round. I told y'all the Philadelphia Smoke has the best fighters in the league. We got the best cast in the league. And we taking over this TBL thing. Philadelphia Smoke, I'm out.
I mean, listen, you can't get better than the hype we have right now in Philly. The fighters feel it, the fans feel it, the city feels it. This is a fighting city, and the people are coming out to support for that reason. You're not seeing this kind of support, this kind of energy from any other team in the league right now, and it's because we are number one.
I spoke about the Miami captain, Giovanni Estrella. The Philly captain, Jesse Hart, showing all heart, all durability, and
I got goosebumps, man. I like you can truly sense there's a special nature to this team. And again, I think the TBL expanding like they're going to in the very near future. If you can get this kind of energy with this kind of city and these kind of fighters, this league can really do some special things. And all of it right now rests in Philly.
The more franchises they add, the more bodies for Philly Smoke to accumulate. Another successful evening for Philadelphia's own 5-0, number one ranked in the TBL. Mega Brawl, Philly Smoke is coming for you.